Why were CRT TVs so big? Have you ever wondered why those old cathode-ray tube televisions took up so much space in our living rooms? Let's take a closer look at the technology that made them so large. The main reason CRT televisions were big is due to the way they created images. Inside each CRT television, there is a vacuum tube that shoots electron beams onto a screen coated with phosphors. When these beams hit the phosphors, they light up and from the picture we see. To make sure the image is clear, the tube needs to be long enough for the electron beams to scan across the screen from back to front. This requirement means that CRT televisions have a deep and bulky shape, with a large rear bump that houses the tube. The physical design of the tube limited the maximum screen size to about 40 inches diagonally. If manufacturers tried to make the tube longer and wider, it would become impractical and extremely heavy. Larger screens would requiring even longer tubes, which would be too bulky for most homes. This is why CRT televisions were often smaller compared to the flat screens we see today. Additionally, CRT televisions needed thick glass screens and strong casings to handle the vacuum inside the tube. This added to the overall weight and bulkiness of the television. Even the flat CRT models that came later were still heavier and bulkier than modern displays because of these reinforcements. From a pop culture perspective in the 2000s, CRT televisions were a staple in many households. Their size and shape were so familiar that they became a part of our cultural memory. Many people remember the challenge of finding space for these big, heavy sets. The bulky design meant that CRT televisions often dominated the living room, becoming the centerpiece for family entertainment. As technology advanced, flat-screen televisions like liquid crystal display and plasma became more popular. These newer models were thinner and lighter, making them much easier to fit into our homes. However, the size and presence of CRT televisions remains as a nostalgic symbol of the technology and home entertainment experience from the early 2000s. So next time you think about those big screens, remember the unique technology that made them a part of our lives.